YouTube, what it do? We coming at y'all with a little something different, man. This morning, we gonna get into the sports and all that, but I had to tap into this video. If you don't know who this is MoistCr1TiKaL. He go by another name as in Penguins as well. This is the reason why I will never stop being a YouTuber. I will never quit YouTube. I wouldn't say it's a motivational thing because what he has accomplished is just so out of this world that you can only imagine what other creators are making on this platform and on other platforms like a Casanat, like a Corey Kenshin, all the big, and these are just people that I know of. You know what I'm saying? There are other big creators in this space that I don't even know of. That's the crazy thing about social media, about YouTube, about these things. It's like there's always somebody that's really, really big and you might not even know of them. So that means there's always room to grow. But I want to hop into this shit, and this is why I will never stop chasing it, bro. I don't care how many times I fail. I don't care how many times a video flop, 1 view, 2 views, 3 views, whatever the case may be, because most of my subscribers and most of my views come from my shorts. So I'm trying to build my long form content up. I'm trying to get that to where I can sustain success on YouTube and I can make some money. But this is just this is why, bro. This is the exact reason why I will never stop. This is the exact reason why, if I gotta sit in the house for the entire year to get this where I want to get it to, I'll do it. I don't care about outside right now. You know what I'm saying? Because this is just this type of shit is just generational wealth right here. So let's hop into this video.
Today's topic, I'd like to let you all know I've been actively working on my Mickey Mouse impression, so please let me know your thoughts. Pluto! So with that out of the way, I'm going to show you all of my analytics from my lifetime of being on YouTube and almost a decade of being on Twitch. Now, the reason for this is, a week ago I made a video called I'm Turning It Off, and in that video I'm explaining why I'm disabling any and all...
Now, before he continue on, I want you to we're going to really analyze that, and that's what some people do. That's what a lot of people do. They analyze somebody else's channel to see what's working for them, what's going on. If you look at his profile pic, it's nothing special. He looks like a regular white guy. I'm gonna keep it so truthfully and so raw that you understand my perspective and how I look at when I see him. Now, I've been watching Penguins, and he go by another name, MoistCr1TiKaL, for about 6 months now. I just stumbled upon him, even though he got some viral clips and all that. I just stumbled upon him, right? And I will always look at damn, this nigga do 1 million views every fucking upload, bro. He talks about movie reviews, he talks about game reviews, he talks about his analytics as a channel, he talks about certain things that happens in the streaming world on social media. So it's a lot of topics he covers. You feel what I'm saying? I'm more of I cover sports and things of that nature on this channel right here. So, but if you can see, he sits down, this is desktop, he just gives his opinion. It's not really too much editing or anything crazy from what you see from different channels on anything that's just outrageous. But this man, every time he uploads, he's gonna get 1 million views, bro. And I would see that shit and be like, bro, what the fuck? You feel what I'm saying? And then there's levels even higher than that. You know what I'm saying? You got your Mr. Beast in the world, but Mr. Beast, the reason why Mr. Beast can do a 360 million or what the crazy numbers that Mr. Beast do is because he puts a lot of money into his videos. This doesn't take a lot of money to just sit in your room and yap. But you know what I'm saying? What he's talking about is what his audience is interested in. You feel what I'm saying? So I wanted to get that across as well.
Means of people having the ability to donate money to me. No more super chats, no more YouTube memberships. For all intents and purposes, no more bits on Twitch. I say all intents and purposes because you can't actually fully disable that on Twitch. Once you start streaming on there, you're fucking shackled to the bits ecosystem. It cannot be turned off. So I made the minimum so high that no one can pay it, hopefully, and actively discouraging people from subbing on Twitch as well.
So I'm speaking for the YouTube side because I feel like it's just harder to grow on Twitch than anything, because Twitch like is strictly streaming. It's like you can drop like videos, or like you can clip shit up and all that, but like it's just not the same as YouTube. So with YouTube, like I said, I grew on YouTube by my shorts. So some people think that it hurts your channel because now it's telling the algorithm to only push your shorts and not your long form. And I think that's just not necessarily the case. It just depends on, like, because if you can look at other people channels, and they have long form content, short form content, live stream content, it's like they have it all, and they're getting views from everything. So that's not necessarily the case. It's so like I've reached a point to where as though I'm in like the middle of no man's land. So on my channel, I got to the point to where as though like I can receive super chats, and I can do memberships, and I can have a shop. So if I had merchandise that I wanted to sell and things of that nature, I can go make a Shopify, connect my Shopify to my channel, and sell my merch and all that through my videos and things of that nature, whether it's on my shorts or on my long form or even in my live streams, right? Now, that means you're still not getting paid from ads though. That's the next step. So you're kind of, so that's why super chats and all that is like, if you want to kind of make money while you're live streaming or whatever the case may be, then it's kind of beneficial right there, but you still haven't been able to make money through ads. And you can either make money through ads, and you can make money through your views. So you get a certain amount of money from 1,000 views per view. So it's for every 1,000 views. So if you get, say if your what is it, your CPM or your RPM, whatever it's called, is you make $5 every per 1,000 views, right? And you average 1 million. Just to think about it, you average 1 million views per video. $5 times 1 million is what? You got taxes and all that, but that's a lot of fucking money. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I'm trying to get to 1 million views per video. Hopefully, in God's grace that I do. But like, to even get a bite of that, 25,000, you know what I'm saying, or 50,000 views per video, I don't feel like it's far-fetched for me and my niche and what I'm talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm talking about. So this is why, me personally, like, there's so like this, of course I will always have a hand in, like, say like a college course or something like that, or something that I'm interested in to learn that skill just in case to fall back on. But like, this is why a lot of kids, this is why a lot of people that's coming, this is why a lot of the next generation is so focused on this, because if this is like another avenue that we didn't have growing up, it was either basketball, football, it was either sports or rapping, that you felt as though like, damn, like I can make a lot of money, I can still be cool doing it. And you know what I'm saying? It was never like people, some people like wanted to be famous and all that, but it was like, you were seeing it as like, I wanted, like, if for sports, I wanted to play on TV. You feel what I'm saying? And I wanted to get a lot of money. That was it. Like the fame and I knew people was gonna be knowing me anyway, because a lot of people watch sports. And then rapping was just, you know what I'm saying, if you wanted to be out there, rapping was more like, okay, I want to travel, I want the girls, I want the money, I want the chains, I want the clothes and all that. That was more of the rapping thing. So like now you have this social media, either you're a YouTuber or a live streamer, and it's like they're that has now entered that stratosphere because of the money you can make and also the fame that you can get if you really care about the fame. Me personally, I definitely want the generational wealth, but it's more so like I want to be able to do something that I love doing and make money from it, and actually live a comfortable life, which it's already been shown with multiple people that this can be done. You feel what I'm saying? So let's continue.
In all avenues where people could just give me clams, I am just putting the kibosh on. I should have done this a long time ago, but better late than never. Might as well get the farty sharded now. The reason is super simple. I would much rather you keep your money, use it for yourself, or use it for things you deem important, whether it's charitable causes or what have you. But just stop forking it over to me. Now, since posting that video, there's been a lot of questions and even somewhat of a pushback from other streamers about how, like, this sets a bad precedent where it, like, starts to shame other streamers if they don't follow my footsteps here. Let me be clear, I'm not trying to make a rallying cry here. I'm not your dad. You do what you want with your own streams. Keep donations and subs on out the wazoo forever. I don't care. That's your prerogative.
So I could see why a lot of streamers would actually be like have a problem with it, because it's kind of like he's such a big time creator within the space, especially YouTube. I don't know about Twitch, but especially for YouTube, it's just that like some YouTubers would probably look at it like, are you trying to show everybody up? But in actuality, I see where he's coming from. It's more so like, bruh, if you see the type of money that I'm making, somebody that's donating $5 to $10, it's kind of like, bro, just I don't even need that, bro. Just keep that. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like this like for streamers that actually need it, like say if I was to stream every day, I would need it, because it's kind of like I'm not making money from ads. I'm not doing the type of numbers he's doing. This would be beneficial to me. And you know what I'm saying, I might be able to pay a bill with that. You know what I'm saying? I get 5 people to donate $50, $60, $70. You feel what I'm saying? I might be able to pay a bill with that. Compared to him, like, and when you see how much money he do be making on both platforms, it's gonna be like, bro, like, I don't really need that shit, bro. Like, keep that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that you watch it. And at the end of the day, I feel like that's what every YouTuber, that's what every live streamer really, really wants, is somebody to watch their content. Of course, you want to make money, but you want somebody to watch your content, and you want to build a community, because you want to be able to talk about what you talk about. You want to be able to create what you create, and people to not only recognize it, but reconcile with it. You feel what I'm saying? You want people to you really want people to be engaged in what you got going on, because it just makes it better, bro. At the end of the day, it makes it better, and it makes it more fun to do it. So now you're doing something that you love. You're building a community. Other people have voices within the community. You feel what I'm saying? And now you're able to actually make money from it. It doesn't feel like you're stealing from your audience. You feel what I'm saying? You don't have to send me no money at all. I just want you to watch the content, like the content, and comment what you think. Make a friend while you in here. You feel what I'm saying? That's the because you can also make somebody else can actually come up off of that. If you a person that's in a big community with a big creator, and your comments and how you express yourself within that community gets noticed, and then they start asking for your opinion as well, and you got another channel, that's how that and you start funneling some of that to yourself. That's cool too. That's another way to build as well, because you're not only saying how you actually feel. It's like you're putting your typing and what you're saying in the comments to actual words, and then they're actually being recognized. And now you can go on screen, if you have the courage to do so, and say how you feel, bro. I think that's also another way that, you know what I'm saying, you can help somebody else. It's within your content.
This was just my own personal decision. Obviously, that wasn't like the most prevalent take or anything, but it is a conversation I saw stirring about after I posted that video, because there are some streamers that believe that normal people having the ability to give them money helps them feel included in the community, part of the crew, part of the ship, and it's like integral to the streaming experience to be able to like sub and donate and things like that. I've never really shared that perspective. I've always viewed streaming as content that you are providing to viewers for free, and if someone's nice enough to toss you a doubloon, you tip your fedora saying, "Holly jolly, thanks for the Reddit gold, kind stranger," and move on. But it's not an...
See, that's his specialty right there. Like, I didn't watch enough of his videos that, like, that's his personality. That's him. Like, how he talking these little riddles and all that, I can see why, you know what I'm saying, some people, you know what I'm saying, like his sit downs when he talk and when he do his thing or whatever. Back to what he was just talking about though. I feel like people who donate, especially this is the real reason why people donate to certain streamers and stuff like that. Not only the community, Because if the community is lucrative and the community is just live and people actually like, let's say for example, like if I'm watching RDC, right? That's a group or whatever, anime group, gaming group or whatever. If you don't know, so look them up. When you watch a RDC stream and they're sitting gaming, they have a different aspect because it's a group thing, right? And it makes you feel like you're a part of the group, right? And you'll see like the people that really want to be noticed and want they comment to be seen. Those are the ones that they have a donate. Like you can donate and then your comment goes on screen. You got a chat and then you have a donation. Like when you donate some money or whatever the case may be, your comment goes up on the screen, biggest day. And they actually, respond to donos. They don't really respond to the chat. They respond to donos, right? So certain people that want to be seen within that community, they want to be known within that community, or they have something to say that they feel as though they want that not only RDC to read, but the community to see as well. They'll send a donation and then with a comment, so their comment can be read. That's just another way. I think that's just another way. Now, do RDC probably need donations and all that? No, they've been in the game for a while. They've been going crazy for a while. So I don't think they really need donations, but it's the point of your community being seen and being heard. That's the only thing I would say. You know what I'm saying? That's why certain people will feel that type of way. But like, just for the pure money of it, if you are a big enough streamer or a big enough YouTuber, big enough content creator, by this time, if you're making type of shit he's making, no, you don't need the donations and all that. Especially, we're not even talking about brand deals or anything like that. This is strictly ads and views.
Obligation, and no one should feel like they need to be able to give you money to be included in the community. That feels very parasocial to me, but that's just my own view on it. But what I will tell you, breaking the magician's code here, there is no top streamer that needs your financial support to put food on the table or continue providing those streams for you. Also, the bulk of a streamer's income comes from ads in the first place. Anyway, though, I think this stems from people just not really knowing how much money a top streamer can make on Twitch, for example. So let me show you my analytics from my lifetime on Twitch. Now, Twitch analytics are a little...
Now, this is the second video I've seen of him like this. Like, I think he dropped another one like 2 years ago or a year ago about the difference between Twitch and YouTube and streaming on both. Now, this is strictly streaming. This is not videos. This is Twitch. This is strictly streaming. So I've never really... Okay, so you got paid subs, prime subs, gifted subs, multi-month gifted subs, ads is the light purple, ads, turbo, cheering, power-ups, hype chat, game sales. It doesn't really look like he got too much of anything of turbo, cheering, power, maybe. So he got power-ups, I see, or cheering. So let's actually see. I don't know really what I'm looking at when it comes out to this Twitch stuff.
Wonky here on the back end, so I wasn't able to just set the date range from 2017 to 2025 because it would just freeze. It would just have a conniption. I bet the Twitch HQ server just fucking caught flame with me trying to do that, so I had to break it up into chunks. So in 2017 is when I really started like actually streaming on Twitch. I had dabbled in 2016, but it wasn't until 2017 where I got like partnered and everything. So from 2017 to 2019, I made $55,500 for those 2 years. And
now, so basically $25,000 for 2 years for something he was doing on the side. If you can make $25,000 from something you're doing on the side, your normal reaction going to be, if I do this shit full time, I can probably double that. And the sky's the limit. So you mean to tell me if I can make $50,000 from streaming full time, why would I go get a job? Because it's only going to go up just as well as though you're at your job. The more you at that job, every year you get a pay raise, or every 2 years, or however that job works to where as though you get a raise, and it's only like $1, 50 cents, $1, $2, depending on what I'm saying. Like for you to get a real raise, you would have to go back to either online school or learn another trade or something else. You might even have to go to a whole nother industry just to get more money. You feel what I'm saying? Just to get, say if I'm driving trucks and I'm making $50,000 a year, and I might get $1 raised here, $1 raised there every year, I'm not going to be able to get to $100,000 a year anytime soon. You feel what I'm saying? I would have to learn a different trade, go back to school, either you know, so you got certain things that you can learn within a year or 6 months. You feel what I'm saying? I'm keeping it really real. Like, I'm not talking about just social media. I'm talking about like in real life. You would have to go, either you going to have to go get something in cybersecurity or something in, you know what I'm saying, maybe be a plumber or be an electrician. You'll have to learn another trade outside of just driving trucks to even get to $80,000 or $100,000 a year. You feel what I'm saying? With really no college experience, you just learning trades. You just learning skills.
I wasn't full-time streaming at this point or anything. It was just a bit of goofing around, having some fun, and it brought in $55,500. From 2019 to 2021 is when I took it a lot more seriously, as you can see.
Come on, bro. That's a milli right there. That's a milli right there. Now, the thing is, though, you cannot get sucked into just the numbers. You feel what I'm saying? He already seen some type of success within it. So within the 2 years, he had already made $55,000 a year. This is what makes chasing this shit so delusional sometimes, because you can be the type of person that's been chasing this shit for 2 years and you've only made $200. But then you see shit like this, and it's just like, bro, like this shit, it's worth chasing every fucking day. Every day, bro. This type of shit is generational changing. Like, even if it's not generational, it's like, bro, I can damn near make sure I'm good, my mom good, and probably somebody else with this type of money. And I made this shit in a year. I made this shit in 2 years. Excuse me. I made this shit in 2 years. Doing what I love to do. Probably playing the game, yapping, this, that, and the third, because people want to hear what I have to say. I've built the communities to where as though people want to hear what I have to say. Now, with the 55, the first one was 50,000. He had 14,000 subscriptions. Now that means that in subscriptions with Twitch, they pay a monthly fee to not have ads. You feel what I'm saying? To not have ads when they watching this man stream. Going back to here, where he's at 1 million. Now he had 14,000. Now he has 288,000 subscriptions. That means that they're paying gifted, like the multi-month gifted subs, prime subs, paid subs, all that shit is, you have to pay not to have ads roll. And then on top of that, the people that's not paying, that's watching the ads, you're getting paid from that too. Now, I feel as though the thing about Twitch is YouTube is hard to grow on, but I think Twitch is even harder. Because you can only save clips. You don't, like, with YouTube, if you stream on YouTube, it gets saved as a video. You feel what I'm saying? With Twitch, like, you can do something, all the shit that Kasana has done on Twitch, like, if he doesn't clip it, you'll never get to see it again. That's why, you know what I'm saying, you roll Twitch in with your YouTube. So when you live stream on Twitch, all of the long form content that you can save, you put it on YouTube, so it's there forever.
Hours, and I made $1.2 million for those 2 years. And this was before my Twitch contract, so the only ads that were running on my stream were like the pre-roll ads, the ones that Twitch would insert themselves. Mm-hmm. So this was still without ads, by the way. $1.2 million.
So I stand. I'm wrong about that. Like, I'm thinking that he was still getting ads. This is just purely off subscription based then.
There's almost 1.3. Then I got a Twitch contract which necessitated a certain amount of ads, 3 minutes of ad time per hour. And from 2021...
3 minutes of ad time per hour is crazy. If you don't know, that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's like putting your ads, when you live streaming on YouTube, you can set it for less, moderate, or heavy. That's like setting that bitch on super heavy. Super much, like that means it's an ad showing up every probably 10 to 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. You feel what I'm saying? So you watching the show, you watching, like, say you watching the live show on YouTube, ad gonna pop up. You click skip, he's gonna get paid for that. Whether you click, and it might not even be clickable. You know what I'm saying? It might be a 30-second ad that's non-clickable to skip through. You feel what I'm saying?
To basically 2025, I made $4.1 million. And to those astute observers amongst you with those keen peepers, you might notice that my subscriptions are
Went
less
down.
than half of what they were for the previous 2-year period.
Because of the ads. Because of the ads. Now you see now because the people that was probably subscribed, they unsubscribed because of the ads.
So even though I have 180,000 less subs across these 3 years than I did for the previous 2, I still made significantly more. And that is because of ads. Ads are the breadbasket to streamers. That is the jelly to the peanut butter sandwich that is streaming. And keep in mind, these numbers here, the 4.1, the 1.2, those don't even include brand deals or sponsorships. And I didn't have any like ancillary.
So don't ever fucking tell me that I'm crazy for chasing this shit, bro. Don't ever fucking tell me that shit. Don't ever fucking tell me that shit a day in your fucking life, bro. I will not go outside for the rest of my life until this shit pop the fuck off, bro. I don't give a fuck. Let's put it like this: if I go to work every fucking day, and I still gotta work because I still gotta pay these bills and shit. But if I go to work every fucking day, get bare minimum, you feel what I'm saying? Still gotta pay these bills and shit. So what I got for myself ain't really what I really want. All I'm really doing is going outside to work and bring my ass home, bro. When you really ain't got no money to go outside and really do the shit that you want to do, travel, live life, go to do all this shit that you want to do that you need money to do. Shit, nowadays you need money just to get a girlfriend nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Shit is totally different out here. Like, bro, like if I want to sit up here, go to work and come home, pay bills, do it all over again, you probably get 2 days for a weekend, but you ain't really got no money to spend to have a weekend that you really want to have in the fucking first place. Like, bro, I'd rather just chase this shit, bro. Regardless if this shit is a long shot, he gonna say it's luck. A lot of big YouTubers say that is luck, but like, I'd rather be lucky and hit the fucking jackpot and my content really, you know what I'm saying, take off compared to just working every fucking day and just knowing what tomorrow's gonna, like, you just doing this shit over, like you're living to die. I'm not saying having a job is a bad thing, because having a job can still be a stabilizer to, you know what I'm saying, doing this and doing what you want to do and making sure shit stay afloat. But it's up to you to continue to put the work in, even when shit not going how you want it to go. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this shit right here, bro. When he did it the first time, it hit home, but it like, I don't know, for some reason this one right here really hits home, because it's like, bro, like, this shit is just ridiculous, bro. If I can just get a bite of the apple. You know what? Like, when he said earlier, he was just like, I was just goofing around and make $55,000. You know how bad, you know how good an extra $55,000 would have been for me if I'm working a job Monday through Friday and I make $50,000 a year, and I did that on the side and made $50,000. That's $100,000. Now I'm in a 6-figure tax bracket by going to work and coming home and doing what I love to do, and sporadically doing things outside the weekend. Now, I probably wouldn't want to live stream, because live stream is like, you got to do that all the time. If I wanted to make a video, I can make a video, post that bitch, and go on about my day.
Donations, but a lot of streamers do through like Streamlabs for like text-to-speech, stuff like that. So that doesn't include any of those other means of making money through the medium. This is solely through just Twitch itself. And I think something important to mention, contrary to popular belief, I am not a top streamer. I am also not even a full-time streamer, and I haven't been for over a year and a half. So my 2025 earnings, I didn't really put them here. It's about 100K. So another thing to add to the total here. But
And the way that he just said like it's 100K, it's like that shit like really ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is, bro. Like once you start seeing meals, the 100Ks, maybe. I mean, I'm not gonna say it don't mean anything, but you can just tell like they so used to those type of numbers that this shit is crazy, bro. And that's why I got more respect for him than a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like just breaking this shit down the way he just did is crazy work. I know a lot of streamers do charity work and all that, this, that, and the third, or they tell their story of how they blew up on YouTube or what you should and shouldn't do and shit like that. But just going into your analytics and showing people that like, look, bro, the people that's up there and they still taking donos and they still doing this and they still doing that, bro, they really don't need that shit. All that shit is for the optics. All that shit is for, you know what I'm saying, look at the chat moving. Look at the donos coming in. Look at the bits coming in. Look at the, you know what I'm saying? All that shit is for the optics because they really don't need it if they really, you know what I'm saying, getting the ass off.
I'm not even a full-time streamer anymore, and I haven't been a top 20 streamer probably since the fucking Among Us boom. You know, back in the prehistoric internet age now. Like, the Among Us era is the only time where I broached, like, the top 20. I've not been in that ball game for a while, and yet this is still a crazy amount of money.
Yeah, it is.
Where there is no reason I should be taking money from just normal people working normal, everyday jobs. It just doesn't feel right to me. Streaming is the easiest job there is. Hot take, I know, sorry, that was a blistering, scalding magma that I just spewed out there, but it is just the truth. I sit in swamp ass for a few hours every day, well, at least I used to when I was a full-time streamer, playing games, or just yapping. Now compare that Weenie Hut Jr. routine to a normal person who is actually working their ass off every single day. And
you know what's crazy? And I used to feel this way too, though, especially when I was like a couple months ago when I was working, and I was working for Staples, and you know, so you had this heavy ass, like Staples, this be some heavy shit, be like packs of paper. You might have to bring in a dresser or like a file cabinet, or like you out there really working and shit like that, and then you'll see like a streamer or you see like a YouTuber. Not to say that they didn't put no work in, but it's not really that physical work. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like everybody love them, and they like, it's like nobody sees the hardworking man. You feel what I'm saying? That's what makes what he's doing and what he's saying. It makes it so relatable, for the simple fact that because you got some YouTubers, you got some streamers that they some assholes. They really are. They be some assholes, bruh. And they look down on people that work 9 to 5s. Or they talk shit about people that work 9 to 5s. And you know what I'm saying? Not because they're not trying to escape that realm. It's not because they're not trying to become entrepreneurs. It's not because they're not trying to become, you know what I'm saying, business owners and content creators and things of that nature. It's not because they're not trying. It's the fact that they just haven't been as successful as you have. You feel what I'm saying? It's because that if they don't go to work, some shit might happen. You feel what I'm saying? So the shit is crazy though. But this is just one reason to like, don't ever stop going for this shit, bro. Regardless of what you going through at the time, you could be out of work, you could be working, you can be fucked up, whatever the case may be. Just whatever video you could put out, just put this shit out. Whether this shit is high quality, not high quality, entertaining, not entertaining, somebody gotta motherfucking feel that shit. If they don't, do it again. Fuck it.
A 9 to 5 environment, grinding in the hopes of chasing the American dream. And then they'll come home, maybe turn on my stream and donate a couple of dollars to me. And it just doesn't sit right with me taking that kind of money, given what I've made from all of this. And I really should have just stopped this a long time ago, especially considering this is just the Twitch side of things. I told you, I'm going to show you my YouTube earnings. So be ready, because here it is. Huge fucking number.
That shit crazy. And like you can tell, like he started seeing some. This is like a first nudge. He started so from 2007 to 2010, nothing. That's 3 years. From 2010 to 2013, that's another 3 years. That's 6 years. From 2013 to 2016, which is this is 9 years. This is like a 9-year stretch. He started seeing things probably 2017. You see a little nudge right here in the and what he got. So this was like a damn near. He's been on YouTube for about damn near almost what? It's 2025, 2000. So that's crazy. Almost what, 18 years? Because 2010, that's 3 years, and 15 to get to 25. Yeah, about 18 years. He's been on YouTube for 18 years. This is like, that's crazy. This is what alarming to me. A lot of people gonna look at this part and see the spike with all the money and all that. A lot of people gonna look at this part, but this is what is alarming to me. Like, bro, like from May 2007 to damn near July 2016, I would say it's just nothing. It's just nothing. That's crazy. That's actually crazy. Now, from probably I would say about when he really started really seeing money, it is 2020 though. You would say like 2000, like this little nudge is probably like $100 here, $100 there. But once he gets to like right here, this is basically 2020 is when he really started seeing money. And like I said, bro, averaged like $1 million. That's why I said I just stumbled upon him. I never knew who he was all this time ago. I never knew who he was. You feel what I'm saying? So it was kind of like, once I stumbled upon him, you feel what I'm saying? Like I would see his view. I'm like, bro, get $1 million. Like he damn near getting $1 million every video, bro. And he like just sitting down, chilling, talking and shit, bro. Like that was the crazy part about it for me.
An unfathomable amount of money. From starting this channel in 2007 all the way until today, I have made $35.8 million. I never even imagined that amount of money was possible to earn without just being born rich. I have said from day one, I got incredibly lucky. I will never be able to put into words just how lucky I got with all of this shit here. I'm not special. I got lucky. I have always said that, and I still believe that to this day.
My favorite thing is a good crow. They're
And
a
then
little
we see
creepy.
an ad.
I'm not gonna lie.
And then we see an ad though.
Now, something I saw a lot of people...
And then we see an ad is crazy. But like I said, bro, like I said, you watch page ads, you see that 34 million right there. That's where the money is at. Memberships is cool. He said he cut those off. Supers and gifts. These are the only two that I get. Memberships, supers, and gifts. Those are the only two that I get. Then you got your shorts, fees, ads. That's only $2,000. And that's what my channel was built off of. So that's why you can see that I'm trying to get my long form content off, because if you can get ads on your long form content, then it's just more money to be made. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I would never probably stop doing the shorts, but you know what I'm saying? I just have to find a way to get my long form content to be noticed. You feel what I'm saying? I don't think that the algorithm is sending it out to the people that watch the shorts. I think they're just sending it out, but there's got to be some way, because I've seen channels that do all of them. I see channels that do live streams and then they chop it down. Okay, they'll do a live stream, or they'll do like a really long video, right? They'll do like an hour long show, hour 30 minutes long show, right? If it's a podcast, then you chop that down into videos, probably like 10 minute to no longer than 12 to 15-minute videos. And then on top of that, you could chop it down again and put it into shorts and connect everything like an ecosystem. Like, I know how to really do that shit. And you'll see that they'll get views on everything. They'll get views on their live stream. They'll get views on their long form content. They'll get views on their shorts. They'll get likes on their posts. You feel what I'm saying? It's definitely a science to every time you post. So just imagine you posting a long form content video that's over an hour long. You can chop that down into different videos, and then you can chop that down into different shorts. You dig what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what you really want is for that long form content to have those ads on it. Because as you can see, like maybe he didn't put that much effort into short feeds ads, but it only got him 2,000, and this is like over that amount of time that he's been on YouTube.
Asking after the video I made about turning off all the donation stuff is how much money I'm leaving on the table. And while it's kind of hard to show it on Twitch considering both subs and bits are technically still on, even though I discourage both and have bits at a point where I don't think it's even possible to use them, I still can't get like a hard number on what's like gone now or anything like that. But on YouTube I can show you directly. So with memberships and supers / gifts, I made over $1 million. Keep in mind, I've only had those things enabled for about a year.
Yeah, because they haven't been around that long. Supers and gifts and memberships came around like 2 years ago. So in about a year, you know what I'm saying, he made $1 million off that alone.
$1 million in a year from just normal people donating it to me. Again, that just doesn't fucking sit right with me. Now, I know there are plenty of streamers and YouTubers that have significantly more money than me and have subs and donations on and whatever. I don't.
To have $35 million, of made $35 million, and to say people still have more money than you is just, that's the thing that I don't think that motherfuckers get, bro. And why people try to do it. Like, this is why I will never stop. I will never stop making videos. I don't care if I stay the same. I don't care if I get better. I don't care if I get worse. I will never stop making videos, bruh. There's nothing you can say, nothing you can do. There's nothing, anything. Because this shit is like a fucking, it's like the gold rush back in the day in California. This shit is like blood diamonds in Africa. This shit is like, bruh, your life can change like that, bro. You can change your family's life like that, bro. It's not even about it. People be thinking it's about the fame and I want people to know my name. No, bro. It's about the content that I make because I really do care about sports, and it's about the money, and it's about the community that I build, bro. I don't just want to be the person that makes the money. Like, I'm pretty sure within this community that he's built, there's been people that has can't come up off this shit. If you've been in part of his community and you're a person that's active in his community and you comment and people know who you are within the community, you become somebody too.
Care. Like I said, this is not me trying to lead some kind of revolution here where all of them turn it off. It's their choice to make. I wanted to explain fully why I don't want normal people just giving me their money anymore at all. Also, to be honest, I think just full goatseeing, showing how much streaming / YouTubing can make, just showing you the full, unedited, raw numbers is probably helpful for normal people so they can see how much money is in this space, because I think there's often so many question marks from people wondering how much does a streamer or YouTuber make?
And that goes to, we look at how Speed and his mom was. That's a normal thing though. What people seen from, and it might not be for the youth, the youngest that's coming up, and they look at how Speed mom was towards him, but she's like, that's like 90s moms. Like they would rather you do something that's you know what I'm saying, how can I put it? They would rather you do something that's known to work than for you to chase something that's that's the unknown. Like, we don't know if you're gonna make. They look at this like, oh, you're trying to be a rapper or you're trying to be a ball player. It's not it's not a deficit. Like it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not certain that it's going to happen. You feel what I'm saying? And they would rather you go get a job and make sure you got a steady income coming in so you can take care of yourself and so you can be a law-abiding citizen and all that shit, bro. But deep down, bro, if you really believe you are somebody in this world and you have something to give that's of value, it's never going to sit right with you just getting the bare minimum. It's never going to sit right with you being unheard. It's never going to sit right with you just being any and everybody. Even though sometimes being you don't, I'm not saying you want to be special and be above people. What I'm saying is, like, you want to be, how can I put it, bruh? You just want to mean something, bruh. You want to mean something. You want to get money. You want to live life. You want to travel the world. You want to, you know what I'm saying, help other people out. Like, there's more than just to life than just going to work and coming back home, bruh, on some real fucking shit. It's more than that. It is more than that. And like, and if you do, by the grace of God, happen to get, you know what I'm saying, God bless you, and you making this type of money like bruh making, bruh, don't become no fucking asshole, bruh. I'm not saying be somebody that people just shoot at or people just jab at and you don't say nothing. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying, bro, like, man, be a person of the people, man. Be a person of the people. I'm not saying you gotta put yourself in harm's way, but you know what I'm saying? Be a person of the people to where as though, like, you become a source and you're not an outlet. You're not draining energy, you know what I'm saying? You're putting out energy. You becoming a source of energy. You feel me?
They'll either say like they're making billions of dollars or they're making nothing. There's never like an in-between because there's never any like really hard numbers to look at. So I think something like this can be helpful for that, especially because over the years I've noticed there's been a multitude of creators that have come out and tried to like underplay how well off they are financially because they believe it could be somewhat of a brand risk where if they are perceived as being someone that's very rich, well, maybe their audience wouldn't like them as much because they're no longer relatable. It's just something I've seen here and there over the years from a bunch of different creators, and I just find it a bit disingenuous. So hopefully something like this can help show that if someone is in like the top sphere of YouTube or Twitch, they are very, very well off financially. Anyway, though,
and like I said, bro, like, what it's a how can I put it? It's a gift and a curse, but it's like it just depends on who the person is. You got some people that brag about their money, right? We know that you get views. We know that you know what I'm saying, you probably get ads and you get brand deals and you do this and you do that. And you getting a certain amount of paper, right? And all they do is throw the paper in front of you because they think that that's what gets them the views. That's what gets them, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes them them. You feel what I'm saying? Then you got some people like him, like, yeah, I make this money, but I'm still me. Like, I'm still, and I don't think that it's like he's doing it as a facade. Like, you know how it'd be like, oh, I make a lot of money, but I'm still regular and shit like that. And they just doing it to, you know what I'm saying? Because like he said, to be relatable to their audience. No, this is who he is. Like him, Asgo. There's a lot of different other creators like they make a lot of money, and they don't really. You don't see their money within materialistic type of things. You see their type of money and the type of shit that they do. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just different type of things, you know what I'm saying, like that. And like I said, like one more thing that I wanna touch on is like the medium, like is there a place in the middle? You got, like you said, you got some people that's doing nothing, and you got some people that's at the very top. Like there's got to be a middle ground to where though, man, can I make $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year? I'm not saying I'm trying to be motherfucking Mansa Musa, but damn. You look at his video and look at my video, we doing the same motherfucking thing. And then you got some people that'll look at it like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it a color thing? Is it a race thing? Because you see some of these people that's doing this shit, and the people that got the really, really high numbers are white. We just keep it a beam. They are white. But they do the same shit that everybody else is doing. Even if you go look on Twitch, if you gonna look on Twitch and the people that's really, really popping off on Twitch, if they're not doing IRL or doing some of the craziest shit and they just actually doing what Twitch was probably meant to do, was basically be a live gaming streaming service. You feel what I'm saying? It's white people that's at the, like, when you first click on some type of game that you want to watch, there's never a black person in the front, like that's leading it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's not a racial thing. That's just a factual thing. So him letting us know and bringing us into his world and what he earns is such a big deal, because it gives everybody hope, not just black folks, not just white folks, it gives everybody hope. And because of the type of content that he makes, it gives everybody hope, because nowadays everybody going the IRL route, and it's just like because they want to mix their lifestyle within their content. To me, I want my content to be my content, and I want to be able to live life how I want to live life. That's it. That's all. You feel what I'm saying? But him showing this, bro, it's just, I would never stop, bro. It's just, you just can't, bro. It's just, that's like giving up on bro, that's just like you just giving up on so much. And all it takes is one video. All it takes is, you know what I'm saying, one stretch of a time. It just, man, that's crazy, bro. That's a lot of fucking money. 35 million over a lifetime. A lot of people don't even see that money. That's fucking crazy, man. I appreciate MoistCr1TiKaL for the letting us in on his analytics. Like I said, I stumbled upon him like 6 months ago, and I noticed that he was doing like 1 million per video, and I always wonder, like, how did he start, and what type of, like, what really popped him off. And like, it seemed like he been doing this shit the same way for as long as he been on YouTube, and it worked. So just don't stop, y'all. Don't stop.